take your foot off of the gas and brake, and don't touch anything.
That's
don't
scary.
touch it. Nope. No touchy. Execute that, please.
Oh my God, that was hard.
All right, let's go ahead and exit safe now. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
I almost pressed the brake.
Yep. No. What's going on, guys? So we're behind the wheel of this 2025 GMC YUKON Denali Ultimate. This is the new body style. This is the new YUKON, and this is the Ultimate series, which is completely loaded with crazy tech, including the 16.5-inch screen, full digital display, thermal night vision, air suspension, four-wheel drive, magnetic ride control. It's got so much stuff going on, including some crazy comfortable massaging seats. You know, whenever you look at luxury vehicles today, a lot of them have such really, really great convenience and luxury features. But what you also have to realize is some of this stuff came out several years ago. So next to me in the passenger seat is my beautiful wife. How are you doing, sweetie?
Hi, I'm doing great. Good morning, everyone.
So we are running a couple errands this morning. And I figured, you know, this is a great opportunity to make a video talking about our possible next SUV. My wife currently has a 2019 Ford Expedition Platinum that she absolutely loves. Am I right when I say that?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
It's probably been the best vehicle you've had, right?
Yes. So far, yeah. I mean, between that one and the Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
They're
She had a Lincoln
similar,
Navigator
though.
for a while.
Yeah.
But the Lincoln Navigator was definitely a generation or two behind the
Right.
Expedition. The Expedition was kind of her first, you know, delve into a vehicle with massaging seats and all sorts of crazy cool features like radar cruise control and all of that stuff. But it's now about time that we look at a new vehicle, possibly upgrading to something else. And as we've been able to review these full-size third-row SUVs, it definitely kind of begs the question, what route to go? Okay, so we're just about to get on the highway, and once we do that, I'm going to ask my wife to give us kind of her perspective comparison-wise between the ride in this YUKON Denali Ultimate versus her Expedition. Keep in mind though, this YUKON Ultimate does have air suspension, which is not standard on most YUKONs. This is something you typically have to upgrade to on a Denali or a Denali Ultimate series. And it also has magnetic ride, which is GMC's really cool adaptive suspension system to help overcome bumps and things like that. My wife's Expedition has a very traditional suspension system. It is a coil-sprung independent suspension system that you see on a lot of SUVs, nicer SUVs, but it's not an air suspension system. So we definitely want to put that in perspective. But as we get on the highway, I'm going to accelerate so she can kind of feel the acceleration, while at the same time, you know, give her feedback comparison-wise how it compares to her Expedition. Very little throttle to do that. This thing is super powerful, but does not get the fuel economy of your Expedition.
So what's the fuel economy on this one compared to my Expedition?
This one's going to average around 15 to 16 miles per gallon. Your Expedition averages around 18 to 21 miles per gallon. So it's quite a bit better on the Expedition.
So it does have the pickup. Feels like it has a little bit more power, but the Expedition also has a really good pickup. I guess because the road noise is a lot quieter in here.
Yeah, so interesting that you pointed that out. This has a 6.2 liter gas V8. It's a big V8, real powerful V8, but it is thirsty, right? It sucks up some gas pretty quick. You have a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. So that brunt, when I hit the gas, you really feel that in here because it picks up real quick, and yours does
and
too.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
And on my truck, you don't really hear that. It's just all of a sudden you punch it and it'll just take off on you, and you're like, wow.
So what do you prefer though?
Well, I like the quiet. I don't want it, you know, to be too loud when you're having to go a little faster. But I mean, it's not bad.
So now I've initiated Super Cruise, which is hands-free driving. We have the green indicator on the top of the steering wheel, and it's going to drive and steer the vehicle for me. If the vehicle in front of me slows down, it's going to initiate the turn signal and go around the vehicle or slow down. It's going to think adaptively about what's going on around me and try to compensate for it. How do you feel about this technology And do you think there's any circumstances that you would use this if you had this vehicle?
Honestly, I wouldn't use it. I don't trust it. It scares me. It's just crazy. But I don't really see myself not holding on to the steering wheel. I'm a two-handed steering wheel person all the time, and I'm constantly looking straight. And I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I mean, look at you. I'm comfortable. You need to hold my hand.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It frees up a hand to hold my wife's hand.
So I think it's amazing, but I would never use it. I don't even use half of the features that are on my Expedition right now. So it's got its own. It's got parallel. What is it?
Yeah, parallel or perpendicular park on its own.
Right. And
this will do that too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I don't use pretty much most of the. I don't use hardly any of the features in my truck. But I think it's a pretty cool feature. I don't see where I would use it. I would be too scared. I would think if I was a type of person that would be putting on lipstick or makeup, maybe, but I don't do that, so.
She does wear makeup occasionally, but she really doesn't need to, so.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah. Okay, so we've swapped positions here. My wife is in the process of adjusting her seat and getting it exactly where she wants it. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to initiate Super Cruise. And all you need to do at this point is hit that picture right here on the steering wheel. And right there. Just press it once and the light should turn to green.
Okay.
And then let go of the steering wheel.
Oh my gosh, it's
Let
scary.
go. There you go. Now take your foot off of the gas and brake. And don't touch anything.
Oh no. That's
Don't
scary.
touch it. Nope. No touchy.
Oh my gosh, this is so creepy.
Don't touch the steering wheel. So it's going to do everything. I know it's not. Mama likes to be in control.
Yeah,
So
I'm just like this the whole time and never let go.
yep.
Oh
Now
my
what's
gosh.
cool here is
It's cool though.
it is cool.
It's cool, but it's scary.
Yep. And when any traffic scenario comes up, it's automatically going to adapt to it. So it's pretty cool. Like if somebody were to just steer in front of you, it's going to give you the space.
So let me ask you, I'm sorry, it says 55 there. Would it follow that? I guess not.
It's
right?
not, because it's not posted 55 in the database. So it's going to stay at the speed that you have. And if you want to drop down slightly, you can do that by simply toggling that little button right here downwards until you get to 55.
Yeah, but just.
Oh, no, try the other side. Yeah, so just bring that one down to 55 if you want. There you go.
55, 56. There you go.
You went to 54 now, so it's going to drop down to one more.
Sorry. Let's go up.
There you go.
Okay, but if I was to press the brake to lower it to.
It would disable the system.
It would disable
If
it,
you
just
if
like-
you turn the turn signal on completely and touch the steering wheel, it'll also disable the system. But anytime it seems as if you're trying to take over, it'll disable the system. So that's probably the best way of looking at it. If you see something weird happening in front of you and you don't want to let it drive anymore, you want to turn Super Cruise off, you simply have to hit the brake, hit the gas, grab the steering wheel, hit the turn signal. All of those things are going to put it back into manual control.
I'm used to it, but it is a very cool feature. I could see where some people would want to use it if, let's say, they have to look at something really quick, though. I mean, not read a book, and
Not be all
you still have to
distracted.
be aware of things, because it's still, yeah.
And as strange things occur, if you have to change lanes, if it has to brake, it's gonna vibrate your butt, so you know that that's occurring, and it will do it on the side that the strange event's occurring.
Oh, okay. Now let me ask you this. Ooh, this is crazy.
And we're in a construction zone too, and there's a car directly beside us.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So this is odd because in a construction zone, these aren't like painted on lines. These are temporary.
Right, and
lines.
that was where I was going with my question is, what if the lines are faded? Would it still be able to know to stay within the lines, or does it have to have some bright colored lines?
So I've ran it in a few of those scenarios with other vehicles, and it sees that you're in a construction zone. So it will basically tell you that you have to take over at that point. This is mainly going to be highways and interstates, where lines are pretty obvious.
Okay. I noticed back there where those little bumps
Yeah.
where the construction was, I noticed the truck was doing. Oh, it's kind of buzzing.
No, it's changing the lane for you. It was showing you that it was about to make a lane change.
Oh, okay. I wonder why there was nothing in front of us.
It may have thought that it might have been a better...
Or maybe there was an oncoming car coming on my right side, maybe.
I'm not sure. But now what I want you to do is to go ahead and tap the turn signal to switch to the left. So push it down like you're going to switch to the left, but then don't do anything else.
I have to hold my hands because otherwise somebody grabs
She is so nervous right now.
It's really cool, but it's
the only way you'll get used to this is by using it and by seeing how it actually works with other traffic and things that are around you, because if you don't, then you're never going to trust it.
Right. Trust.
Yeah, it's all about trust.
That's what it is.
Trust the machine.
Oh my gosh.
Now we got some traffic, we got some vehicles turning, we got all sorts of craziness going on around us. We're now going under the speed limit because it went back up because we're not in the construction zone anymore, so you might want to toggle that back up.
I'm okay with this.
You're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. They can go around me just like they're doing. They're doing a good job. I like to keep that buffer, that space in between the cars in front of me and the cars in back of me. So it gives me plenty of time to see what's going on up ahead. This is really cool, though. It's cool. It's scary, but it's cool. You got to get used to it, like you said, if you're going to be one to use it. But honestly, what would be a good reason to use it? I mean, that's
traditionally, this is designed for exactly what we're doing right now. If you're driving through a city, and believe it or not, you could be in super dense traffic. When I tested this system on real roads, I was in Fort Worth, Texas during rush hour hauling a trailer in their media vehicle, and it would come to a complete stop. It would do lane changes. It would do everything, and I didn't have to touch it. So on highways and scenarios like that, it can really make your life easier if you're stressed out trying to do it yourself, or if you're on the interstate, like you said, and you simply want to relax your hands, you don't want to be gripping the steering wheel the whole time, it really can come in handy there as well.
So let's say someone all of a sudden brakes right in front of us.
It will brake.
It will brake and do what it has to do.
It will probably brake with a better reaction time than you could.
Yeah.
It'll come to a complete stop if a vehicle in front of us comes to a complete stop, which I'm kind of hoping somebody does, so you can see how the system really functions in that type of a scenario. But from a smoothness perspective, let's get back to ride quality now that your hands aren't occupied. So, how are you liking the ride in general? You think you could be in a long trip in this?
Oh yeah. The seats, like you said, are a lot more comfortable than the Denali. I love the Denali ride. It has an awesome ride to it. But I don't like, I mean, the seats aren't comfortable. I mean, I'm getting used to them, but that doesn't mean they're comfortable.
Yeah.
It's kind of settling. Okay, so I'm nervous about this car right here.
It'll take care of it. Unless this person...
You never know. That's what I don't trust other people that, oh my gosh, that's so scary. It felt like it was going that way.
You're okay, even though this Jeep is kind of wandering into our lane a little bit.
Yeah, I know, that's what scares me. Now, that's what I'm wondering, will it sense it?
Well, the guy next to us is on his phone with his dog sitting next to him. But it will sense if somebody's coming too close, but then at the same time, it might ask you to take over if it's a weird scenario that it doesn't know how to deal with. But
so it'll vibrate and it'll tell me on the
yes, it'll tell you on the screen.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it pretty noticeable? Like,
it's pretty noticeable.
Take over.
And it's mainly going to be on your gauge cluster right there.
See, I see it kind of doing this.
Yep.
That's where it scares me.
I would guess to say part of the reason is because we're going significantly slower than everybody else.
Yeah, well, I know, but I'm just nervous. These people on this side of town, it gets crazy, so I don't trust the drivers on this side. So, are we going straight?
Yeah, sure. We'll go straight for a little while. And then it's going to go ahead and execute that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my God, that was hard.
All right, let's go ahead and exit. So go ahead and hit the turn signal completely, and then grab the steering wheel.
Okay.
And then now go ahead and start braking, and then you can exit off.
Oh.
We're going to turn around, and you've taken over the system now. So it was very seamless, right? Did you feel much of a...
No, nothing at all. I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, so the system's off now.
You know, I just realized I wasn't even driving this truck, but hardly any on my own. It was doing all the driving.
Yeah, it pretty much has been doing all the driving for you.
Okay, so now we can feel what it really feels like.
And you can turn the turn signal off too if you want to.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I love it. I mean, I think this is an awesome vehicle. Just all these cool features, and that's what makes me want to trade in my my Expedition. But gosh, but then again, it's just, I don't know if I want that car payment. You can tell there's bumps, but there's not. It's not bumpy inside the car.
It's not harsh.
It's not harsh, right? You can just feel the tires that they're doing this, but you're not really moving too much in here. See, you can still pick it up but not make it do that loud throttle sound.
That's kind of a guy thing.
Okay. I baby my truck, so.
She really does.
But yeah, it picked up speed there without me having to really make it yell at you that it's going fast. See, nice and smooth.
And how come when I accelerate fast, you yell at me?
If that doesn't like, and you're going slower than the speed limit. If I could, I'd say, well, let's go ahead and get one of these.
Actually, you should turn on Super Cruise again.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so. Okay, here we go.
Press the button on the bottom of the steering wheel.
That one.
Yep. There you go.
Let it go. Okay.
Your foot's off the gas and everything.
I'm gonna have to turn though.
Just hit the turn signal lightly. There you go. It'll know the space, so you don't have to. You don't have to look.
It'll know if there's a car or not.
Correct. If there's a car beside you, it will not turn. It turns on radar all around you, so it knows if it's safe. Now, don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
I almost pressed the brake.
Yep. Don't touch anything.
Okay.
This is like a trust fall.
Oh my gosh. But I don't know this truck too well to trust it. It's like I just met you. I won't trust you. I don't know you. But
And you have to think, this vehicle can see better around you than you can, because it's looking all around you all the time.
But I wonder, can it see in front of what that truck is doing?
Not in front of the box truck up there, but it can definitely see, because it has a higher vantage point than you. The camera's at the very top of the windshield.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense.
All right, so we're going to wrap this video up. So real quick, final driving impressions with Super Cruise. Well, let's talk about without Super Cruise and then with Super Cruise. Go.
Okay, without Super Cruise, smooth, nice, tight drive. It's got very good pickup, quiet. As far as the road noise, it's pretty quiet. Now with, see right there, it's changing lanes. Hold on, why does it decide? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
And it changed lanes right at a weird spot in the road. The spot was making this weird little curve too.
I wonder why it decides to. Maybe because it sees all that. Right?
Yeah, it saw more stuff up ahead, and this is the clear lane. It'll probably switch back eventually, but I don't know.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So going back to the, is it Super Cruise?
Super Cruise.
Now the Super Cruise, awesome feature. Of course, I'm just very nervous at it. I've never used it before, but it's doing an amazing job. Great job.
So question for you, comparative to your Expedition, if you bought a Denali, would you want the Super Cruise? Would you pay the extra money to have Super Cruise? Let's say we're going to shop for a new vehicle and you can get a Denali with it or without it. The one with it is going to cost, $5,000, $6,000 more because it's part of the ultimate package or it's part of a higher package. Would you opt to pay the extra money for Super Cruise?
I don't know if I would, honestly. I think you would want to, but
just to show it off.
Right. But I don't think I would. Not only because I'm just the type that I have to hold on to the wheel.
Yeah. And if you don't use it.
But it is a nice feature, though. I mean, I would like it, but I don't know. That's a good question. I'd have to really think about it.
You might have to drive it a little bit more to see what it's like. And it doesn't work on every road, so it's mainly on highways and interstates, primarily.
Okay.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this video up, and I'll let my wife's heart rate restore to normal and let her take over driving. But yeah, very, very cool. Glad she was able to experience it for the first time, and I think that's going to be a big part for a lot of folks looking at a vehicle like this with a feature like Super Cruise. You have to experience it and see if it's actually as safe as they claim it to be. And I don't think you have any doubt that it works, which is nice.
Right. It feels very safe. It's just me. I'm nervous because I'm not used to not holding the wheel and seeing cars or it changing lanes for you. But it did an awesome job. Stayed in the lane perfectly.
Yep, very, very cool.
Took its distance.
Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, even though she's pretty much always with me. Always great to get other feedback on systems like this, and I'm super glad that you were able to try it out.
It was fun. I like it. I need to do more of this.
Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon. And drop a comment below and let me know if you have any of these self-driving features on your car, or not self-driving, but self-steering and braking features on your car. What do you think of them? Let us know. Drop a comment below. Anyways, thanks again for watching the video. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Bye, everyone.